Awareness is the moment you notice what has your attention. A thought that lingers longer than expected, a feeling that keeps returning, a quiet discomfort that doesn't go away. Awareness doesn't ask you to fix anything. It doesn't ask you to decide anything. It doesn't even ask you to move. It only asks for presence. This is the stage where people start listening to themselves again. Not the noise, not the pressure, not the expectations, just themselves. Nothing needs to change here. Awareness creates space all on its own. What has had your attention lately? What keeps resurfacing when everything goes quiet? What feels unresolved, not urgently, but honestly? You don't need answers yet. You only need to notice. Most people believe momentum starts with a plan, but real momentum often starts before that. It starts when something feels slightly off, or slightly unfinished, or slightly misaligned. That feeling is not failure, it's awareness. Awareness is the beginning of direction forming, quietly. When someone names what they see clearly, even just to themselves, energy begins to gather. Not frantic energy, not forced energy, aligned energy. Choice becomes easier later on. Not now. Let yourself notice without judging. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not broken. You are becoming aware. Many people skip awareness because it feels uncomfortable. Awareness removes distractions, and when distractions fade, truth becomes visible. So instead, people rush to action. They grab plans. They chase urgency. They copy paths that don't fit. But without awareness, action feels heavy. With awareness, movement later feels lighter. Awareness doesn't slow progress. It prevents burnout. I didn't start my journey online with a perfect plan. I started with a feeling I couldn't ignore. I had been working hard for years, long hours, high effort. But something felt off, not dramatic, just quiet. I didn't know what I wanted yet. I only knew I couldn't keep pretending everything was fine. That was awareness, not motivation, not confidence. Awareness. If you've ever felt like you're doing everything right but something still feels wrong, that's awareness. Sit with that. Awareness doesn't demand action. But if you stay with it long enough, something interesting happens. Energy starts to align, you stop fighting yourself. You stop forcing decisions. You stop needing external permission. Awareness gathers energy quietly, and eventually, awareness creates pressure. Not panic, not stress. Pressure to move honestly. There comes a moment when staying still feels heavier than moving forward. That's not fear. That's alignment forming. Awareness doesn't push you. It makes staying where you are uncomfortable. And that discomfort is not a problem. It's a signal. Most people fail online not because they lack ability, but because they skipped awareness. They followed paths that didn't fit. They chased speed over clarity. They copied systems without understanding themselves. When awareness leads, choices become cleaner. You choose paths that match your life, your pace, your energy. That's why I built my free community. Not to push one opportunity, not to pressure decisions, but to give people space to learn, understand, and choose intentionally. You don't need to decide today. You don't need certainty today. You only need awareness. And awareness is already here. If this video resonated with you, it's not an accident. Awareness has already started, and you don't have to walk this part alone. I built a free community for people who want clarity before pressure, understanding before action, and real skills before promises. Inside, you'll find guidance, support, and multiple paths, because there is no one right way to move forward. If you feel called to take the next step, join us. Visit joinmyfreecommunity.com. No pressure, no rush, just awareness and what comes next.